Clearly, the walls are closing in on the internal combustion engine. A combination of climate change-induced legislation, finite oil reserves, and ever-improving electric vehicle technology means the world's car makers are investing massively in alternatives.
Some are pushing towards hybrid, with Toyota's Prius a major icebreaker in this market for more than 20 years. Plug-in hybrids are an extension of that, and others are looking to shake up the mainstream with full battery electric vehicles.
But only one brand does all three. Meet the Hyundai Ioniq. Hyundai's milestone 5-seat hatch splits its personality three ways, between the Ioniq Hybrid, Ioniq Plug-in and Ioniq Electric. For city dwellers, there's the Ioniq Electric, powered by a high-output electric motor with a whopping big lithium-ion battery tucked under its backside. It produces zero tailpipe emissions and has a real-world range in excess of 230 kilometres. And it's easy to pick because of this grille-less nose treatment. Its hybrid sibling spreads the footprint to city and suburban areas with a 1.6 litre direct injection 4-cylinder petrol engine joined by an electric motor for an added power boost. It has an EV-only range in excess of 60 kilometres and a claimed combined cycle fuel economy number of just over 1.0 litres per 100 kilometres, remembering that that test would have the first 60 of those 100 Ks on EV only. Then the Ioniq Hybrid opens up the wide open spaces with a go-anywhere combination of the petrol engine and a specially tuned version of the electric motor. Its claimed combined cycle fuel economy is less than 3.5 litres per 100 kilometres.
Each is offered in Elite and the higher premium grade, with price before on-road costs, ranging from just under $34,000 for the Hybrid Elite to just under $49,000 for the electric premium.
The Ioniq is in the same size ballpark as the Mazda 3, Toyota Corolla and Volkswagen Golf. And although the electric's nose treatment is a distinct departure, all the variants share the same overall fastback shape.
A smoothed underbody, front wheel air curtains, sculpted side sill mouldings, an integrated tailgate spoiler and a functional diffuser contribute to a super low drag coefficient in line with other eco-focused warriors like the Tesla Model S and Toyota Prius. Inside, the electric features a low centre console with push buttons controlling the single-speed reduction transmission, while the hybrid and plug-in have a more traditional console thanks to the intrusion of the engine and dual-clutch transmission. So the interior is contemporary but relatively conventional, although the materials used to create it are anything but. Recycled plastics, sugarcane byproducts, powdered wood, essentially sawdust, even volcanic stone are variously used as ingredients in parts of the interior, from soft-touch door trim panels to the headlining and carpet. The seats in Elite models are trimmed in cloth, with the premium featuring leather. All models feature two 12-volt outlets, a USB socket and an auxiliary in jack, as well as plenty of storage, including a pair of cup holders and bottle holders in the front doors, plus Qi wireless phone charger in the electric. And multimedia including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is run through a slick 8-inch colour touchscreen.
So, legroom in the back is pretty good. Got to say though, when I sit up straight, I'm definitely hitting my head. So it's okay for shorter journeys, just not great for stretching out. That said, there's a fold-down armrest with a decent sized cup holder, two of them in fact, and it's nice to see directional air vents for rear seat passengers and bottle holders in the doors as well.
Not surprisingly, load space varies according to the drivetrain, with the hybrid the most generous and around average for the small hatch class. All feature split folding rear seats to liberate up to 750 litres of storage space.
So we've been focusing on driving the full electric version of the Ioniq today. We've had experience with the hybrid in the past, but because of the battery pack in this car, it rides on a torsion beam rear suspension. The hybrid and the plug-in have have a multi-link rear setup. But all of them ride really well because, like all recent Hyundais, the suspension's been tuned for Australian conditions, and it's another win. It rides really nicely and the steering feels good, the weight is right, and it points very nicely. So in this electric car you can feel the big battery under the car, especially when you're in corners, but it's low down and the car feels quite planted. As well as that, things like the bonnet and the tailgate are alloy to lighten the car's weight. And some of the bits and pieces in the suspension and braking systems are alloy as well to lighten unsprung weight. And that increases the car's agility. It's really quite an engaging drive. The electric version sends power to the front wheels via a single-speed reduction gearbox. And the plug-in and the hybrid have a 6-speed dual-clutch auto transmission. Each of them have 3 drive modes, being Eco, Normal and Sport. Eco kind of knocks the top off the torque in the electric car and smooths out the throttle, and when you put it into Sport, the reverse happens. The steering weight's up, the throttle response is quicker and you get your maximum torque, and it really becomes quite quick. Look, 0 to 100 time, you're looking somewhere in the 9-second bracket. So it's no sports car, but it's really about 0 to 50. That running around the suburb speed where you're able to nip in and out of spaces. From step off, you get all of that torque, and it's very, very quick in traffic around the city and suburbs. So we talked about the going. In terms of the slowing, this car, the electric version, features regenerative braking. So it's harvesting kinetic energy when you're off the throttle or when you're on the brake pedal and feeding that back into the electric system. And what's more, you can adjust the severity or the weight of that through 3 different modes. 1 is fairly subtle, 3 much less so. The other thing to notice about this car is that it's quiet, and you might say, well duh, it's an electric car. But above and beyond that, the glass in the car is thicker, and there are special foam fillers in the A and B pillar to stop resonances and vibration through the car. So from a general noise, vibration and harshness point of view, this car is really very refined.
Hyundai's comprehensive Smart Sense safety suite is standard on all models, including AEB and forward collision warning, blind spot detection, lane change assist, driver attention alert, lane keeping assist, active cruise control, rear cross traffic alert, ESC, vehicle stability management and heaps more. And if, despite all that, an impact is unavoidable, there are front side and curtain airbags, plus 1 for the driver's knee. For the full lowdown on the technical specs, standard features, ownership costs and safety tech for each Ioniq model, head to our written review at carsguide.com.au. The Ioniq plug-in and electric can be charged from a standard 240-volt outlet, but you're looking at 12 hours for the full electric car. Hyundai Australia has partnered with JetCharge for provision of a home AC Delta charger unit, which for a smidge under $2,000 installed, drops that time to around 4.5 hours and less than 3 hours for the plug-in.
The Hyundai Ioniq's arrival marks a turning point in the Australian new car market, and it's only one of 38 new environmentally focused models to be launched across Hyundai and Kia between now and 2025. Its combination of efficiency, high-tech and day-to-day practicality, not to mention being the cheapest way into a full electric vehicle in this market, make it a compelling proposition. Looks like the internal combustion engine's days are finally running out of puff. Annyeong!